You're looking at questions in regards to acids, bases, and salts from 2015 New York State Chemistry Regents exams. Let's get started. First question is asking you what classifies as an electrolyte. This is where the definition of an electrolyte comes in handy. A substance that when you have it in water, in solution, it conducts electricity. For electrolytes, you're dealing with salts, metals, and nonmetals. Bases, which are really, they have the ionic bond, so they're a salt as well. It's a metal, OH, with the exception being ammonia, NH3, and acids that ionize in solution, and H is written first, for example, H2SO4. If I go back and I look at the choices here, sure enough, choice 1 is my answer. Potassium nitrate is a salt, K is a metal, NO3 nonmetals, and then of course H2SO4 is an acid. You do have two tables here on your reference tables, common acids, common bases. I would suggest when you get an acid-base type question, or you're not sure even, have that open. The other table here, I just left it here, or actually just put it here, so that you see that acid-base indicators. These are substances that change color depending on pH. And another acid-base reference table, not used for any of the multiple choice questions in 2015, but I did want to point it out to you as well. Don't get fooled right off the bat in choice 2, CH3OH. CH3OH is an organic compound because it's carbon containing. That's an alcohol. So a lot of times what happens is the New York State multiple choice questions will try to throw an alcohol in there to fool you. Don't be fooled. If you see carbon, any kind of carbons, and OH, again, you have an alcohol and not a base. Let's move on to question 2. Which compound is an Arrhenius base? Well, you need to know the definition for an Arrhenius base, Arrhenius acid. Real simple. Produces OH minus in solution, so it can't be choices 1, choices 2. So I'm down to 3 and 4 again. Well, calcium's a metal. There's my answer. Let's see, calcium hydroxide, is it on my base list? It sure is. It's here as well. So that's my answer. Choice 4 is not it. That's an alcohol again. Carbons and OH. Let's move on to number 3. According to one acid-base theory, a water molecule acts as a base when it accepts. Okay, the acid-base theory that they're talking about here is called Bronsted-Lowry Theory. I'm sure your teacher mentioned it. For some reason, New York State doesn't mention it. They'll call it an acid-base theory or another acid-base theory. In Bronsted-Lowry Theory, an acid donates H+, and the base accepts it. So it's really the definition of a base for Bronsted-Lowry Theory, which is choice 1. Let's move on. Again, question 4, which are electrolytes. So again, we're looking for a salt, an acid, or a base. Once again, they're throwing alcohols at us, so 3 and 4 can't be the answer. And choice 2 can't be the answer, even KOH, while it's a base, C5H12, there's no OH there. That's a organic compound. The answer is choice 1. KOH shows up, here it is, as a base, and CH3COOH, or written the other way, H with the acetate ion, is ethanoic acid. This is actually an organic acid, but organic acids do ionize, produce ions, are electrolytes in solution. So there's your answer. So using K and L, you can get those answers pretty much most of the time. Let's go on to question 5. Acidity or alkalinity of an unknown aqueous solution is indicated by, well, most of you knew this already, probably even before you took chem, just from biology. We're talking about pH. pH is equal to minus the log of the hydrogen ion concentration. Now that's pretty heavy duty, but all you need to know is pH relates directly with the concentration of hydrogen ions in solution. Okay, how about number 6? Laboratory process in which the volume of a solution of known concentration is used to determine the concentration of another solution. That is, folks, titration. That is a definition for titration. You might have done a titration lab in school this year, but that's the definition. You need to know it. We'll move on to number 7. What can be explained by Arrhenius' theory? And, of course, what can be explained? It's an acid-base theory. It's the behavior of many acids and bases. Not all of them, but many, or choice 1. Check out part 2 in another video. Keep working hard. Good luck.